artisan grilled chicken burger. Eventually. Conversation goes something like this. Hi. How can I help you tonight? That's the guy. Me. I say, I'll have the grilled chicken, please. You want just chicken? I want the chicken burger. Sorry, we can't do bagels. I don't want a bagel. I want a burger. We don't have that. What do you mean you don't have that? You're McDonald's. We don't have any bagels. I don't want a bagel. I want the freaking chicken burger. I don't think we can do that. Can I just have a number 5 without the meal? Oh sure, you want the artisan grilled chicken burger. That's right.
Burger phase is done, however it did not go at all as planned. So weight loss, 0. Nothing. I didn't feel good during it either, so last year I felt reasonably okay during the burger phase, plus I lost a kilo in 10 days. This time, no weight loss, and I kind of felt very average. If I look at my carbohydrates I took in, it was probably only about 150 grams a day. And given that my training intensities were quite high, I just don't think that was enough to support the training load. Also the calories, I was guessing most of the time. So if you are going to do a burger diet, which is probably not a great idea to begin with, you really, I would say, want to be going with a fast food chain like McDonald's or Burger King or something where the calories are quite accurate. Most of my burgers, with the exception of 2 or 3, were from gourmet restaurants where you're really just estimating the amount of calories that you're taking in. And that's not a great way to do it. It's not very accurate, and as you can tell from the lack of weight loss, I probably way underestimated the calories that I was taking in. Now on to the vegan phase. So what I'm going to be doing is eating a pretty strict vegan diet. So that's mainly whole foods, fruits, vegetables, nothing really processed, with maybe the exception of Ezekiel bread, which is a bread made from sprouted grains. Everything else will be pretty much whole foods. Now, I think the main challenge I'm going to have is getting enough protein. I'll be looking for things like lentils, chickpeas, beans, quinoa. But even then, I'm probably going to struggle to hit 100 grams a day. And I know from past experience, I really need maybe 120 to 150 grams of protein a day, especially when I'm training. I think on non-training days, maybe 80 to 100 grams is fine, but I really need a little more than that. I'm going to try and not supplement, so no whey protein powder or anything like that. But I'm going to see how I feel during the training, and if needed, I'll just supplement. So, on to the healthy phase. We've had two-week periods of non-healthy food, so 2 weeks of ice cream, 2 weeks of burgers. Ice cream was very successful, burgers not so much, but a lot more fun. And now I'm going to go on to the super healthy phase, so whole food, vegan, for at least 2 weeks. I may even extend that depending on how things go. But yeah, here's looking forward to that, and should be interesting.
Well, Burger Phase didn't turn out at all for me like it did last year. No weight lost, and honestly, I didn't feel great throughout the whole thing. What I found in 2017 is that my workouts were still pretty well supported. I found burgers quite a good, well-rounded food actually, because you have carbohydrate with the bun, you have good protein, or at least the option of good protein with the patty, and then you can put any amount of vegetables, condiments, that sort of thing on it. And this year I really didn't feel it. So a lot of my bike workouts are high intensity, so sweet spot and threshold type of workouts. And I really didn't feel like I had the uh, enough carbohydrate to fully support that training. Recovery was fine, so I didn't feel sore at all. So I think that's down to the high amounts of protein I had. But just general day to day, I just feel like with the burgers, it's you just feel weighed down the whole time. So yeah, and there's no real plus side except for it's awesome eating burgers every day. So the good news is I ate a lot of burgers around the Boulder area. So I have a great short list of what my top burgers will be. So I'll put that in the blog. But that's really the only upside. It was fun doing it. I got to experience some great burgers. Actually, in Vegas and in Boulder, the really no upsides to how I felt and to my training. So for the next phase, I'm moving to like the super healthy phase. So I've done 2 weeks of ice cream, 2 weeks of burgers. Starting today, I'm doing what I would call whole food vegan. So that means no processed foods, so pretty much fruit and vegetables, no meat or dairy. Now, I don't necessarily agree with doing that. I would not adopt this as a lifestyle, I don't think, because I have no issue with dairy at all. It doesn't cause any problems for me. But I'm interested to see how it makes me feel. Maybe I feel better without eating dairy. Maybe I don't know that I have issues. I've never experienced any problems with eating dairy products. I'm a little concerned with the protein or lack thereof that I'll have on a vegan diet, but I'm going to track everything and see how I do. I'm actually not going to supplement with a protein powder, at least not initially. If my recovery starts suffering, then my first step will be to take away protein, and then as a second step, I might actually do like once a week. I might have a meal with a decent amount of red meat. But I'd like to give it a shot and at least try the real approach of a vegan diet. But I'm not going to do a vegan diet with all this processed stuff like fake meat, fake bacon, any of the highly processed foods. I might have the one bit of processed food that I might have is bread, and the bread that I really love, that is a vegan type of bread, is Ezekiel bread. It's made from sprouted grains. I really don't experience any of the downsides that I would with normal bread, such as bloating and some lack of energy. In a way, I'm kind of looking forward to this. I think I'm looking forward to actually feeling healthy, and especially after this burger phase where I don't feel healthy at all. I'm looking forward to doing completely the opposite, and it'll be interesting to see what it does for my mood, for my workouts. I really can't see any downside to that except for the potential lack of protein, but I think I have that covered. And then, really just the feeling of well-being that I'm pretty sure is going to be at a higher level than before. But we'll see how it goes. And the interesting thing to track will be that it's very measurable as long as I weigh everything. And what's interesting to me is going to be how much food I can potentially eat with only 2,000 calories a day. It's obviously going to be a lot more bulk than either burgers or ice cream. So I think overall it's going to be positive, and yeah, we shall wait and find out.